Red Sonja, Death of the Devil, issue number 1 from Dynamite Comics. So this is following off the heels of Birth of the She-Devil. And in that series, Red Sonja has killed the Sultan of Turan. And because of that, there's now a bunch of chaos. There's like a huge power vacuum. And in this series, Red Sonja is kind of, sort of, trying to fix her mess. So let's just jump right into this. We start off with a cult of Set who are about to do a sacrifice. And we see the 3 ladies that are about to be sacrificed. And of course, Red Sonja is one of them. And we have this very enthusiastic blonde girl who is very gung-ho about being sacrificed because she really wants to see the serpent god. And Sonja even tells her, like, you know what it means to meet him, right? Like, you're going to have to get killed. She's like, yeah, I know that. But we all have to do our duty for the serpent god. So she basically begs to go first. She's very enthusiastic. She climbs on board, allows them to tie her up. And then the priest is about to stab her with the sacred dagger. And Red Sonja puts a stop to it. She stops the sacrifice, steals the dagger, starts killing the guards, creates a ruckus, goes over the little torches so that the whole place is up on fire. And then she's going to kidnap the head priest. And she even cuts the blonde lady free and tells her, like, hurry, run, get the hell out of here. But of course, the blonde lady is pissed off because she wanted to be sacrificed. So she tries to attack Red Sonja. And Red Sonja just casually elbows her in the face and knocks her into the fire where she dies. So yeah, interesting. And then we cut to naked Red Sonja, the best part of this entire issue. No, so Red Sonja has made her escape. She now has the priest. Yeah, she comes out of the water. I guess she was bathing, trying to wash off all the blood. And she basically is questioning the priest. She's trying to find someone. And the person she's trying to find is one of the Sultan's sons. So Sultan was killed. The rest of his family is basically gone. There's a huge power vacuum. There is one person that has a right for the throne. And that's one of the Sultan's bastard sons. And so Red Sonja is trying to find him. And she believes that if she can find the bastard son, put him on the throne, and basically try to bring peace to the land, like that will stop the power vacuum. So she's questioning this priest, like, where is he? And he refuses to tell her. So he makes him a eunuch. She slices off his balls. And he basically is like, all right, Caracas the warlord. Caracas the warlord knows where he's at. The bastard son is around him. And so Sonja basically just leaves him for the wolves. And then that's when we have the death part of the title come in. So obviously Red Sonja is the devil. And Death is this dude who is referred to as the Bloodless. In my opinion, he looks very much like, I don't know if any of you play Hunt Showdown, but there's a legendary hunter, basically a character that you can play as, called Bad Hand. And he looks like him. I'll put a screenshot here. He looks very much like Bad Hand. There's also another skin where Bad Hand's like a zombie, and that skin is called the Reverend. Kind of looks like that. He kind of looks like a mix of Bad Hand and Bad Hand's the Reverend from Hunt Showdown. But the Bloodless has the ability to communicate with the dead, and he's basically been following Red Sonja. He's like a fan of hers, like all the bloodshed and death that she leaves behind. And so he comes to the priest, who is already a skeleton, which I don't know how the hell that happened, because apparently he was eaten by wolves. So how is he a skeleton already? Unless this is like days later, but we never get any indication of how much time has passed. And if this is days later, it makes another part not make too much sense, which I'll get into when we get to that point. But yeah, he basically questions the priest, like, what did you tell the red woman? And when he's talking to the dead, he can't get like full conversations from them. All the dead can do is repeat their like final words. So he's able to get enough information. He's able to get where Red Sonja is going, but that's all that he can get. And then we have Sonja, and she comes across Caracas's territory. Caracas is the warlord of the north, and he basically has this kingdom. It's explained that it's an empty throne on an undefended land, and it invites wolves for the feast. So now the land is cursed. So basically, because Red Sonja killed the Sultan, killed the king, there's a power vacuum, and this place was taken over in one of the struggles because there's no one there to defend it. So it's pretty much like a lawless city. And Red Sonja tricks the guards by having her horse show up to the gates. And while the guards are too busy paying attention to the horse, she sneaks over the wall. But as she's trying to sneak through the city, one of the guards see her and alerts the others, and they start shooting arrows and things at her. And she breaks through one of the windows and just finds a bunch of dead bodies. And that's when she makes her way to the throne room where everybody's dead. And Red Sonja was there for Caracas. He was there for the warlord because he knows the location of where the bastard son is. The Bloodless got there first and killed everybody, including the warlord. So here's what I mentioned earlier, is the fact that how did he beat her there? If when he met the dead priest, that was like weeks later, however long it takes to decompose into skeletal remains. Red Sonja should have gone here first, because if it was weeks or even a month, that's too much of a head start for him to just beat her to the location, I would assume. It always makes me think, okay, maybe he confronted the priest like a couple hours afterwards, but then why was the dead priest already skeletal remains when he was just eaten by wolves and nothing else? I don't know. But the Bloodless basically says that he's a fan of Sonja, and the two start fighting each other. I'm not going to go over their entire conversation, but the basic gist of it is that he wants to do a partnership with Red Sonja. She knows the password to get to the bastard son, but she doesn't know the location of where he's at. Meanwhile, he has the location, but he doesn't have the password. So this is basically a the good, the bad, and the ugly kind of scene where one has half the information, the other one has the other half of the information, and so they have to have a kind of tense partnership so that they can have the full pie. She eventually accepts this partnership, but that's when they get surrounded by guards and they have to make their escape. Meanwhile, it turns out that the cult of Set have gotten their hands on the bastard son, and they have plans to corrupt him. They have plans of basically brainwashing him into joining their religion and then using him kind of like a figurehead, kind of like a puppet, a mouthpiece. So they'll put him on the throne, but they're the ones really wielding the power behind the scenes. And I'm going to stop it there. I'm not going to spoil everything that goes on. But I will say this was interesting. Artwork is fine. I don't mind the artwork. I do really enjoy the coloring. I think the coloring for this is pretty great. It kind of almost has like a painting kind of feel at times. I like the fact that this is more serious Sonja, in the sense that there have been other Sonja series that I've read by Dynamite where they kind of dip into the comedy bit. Like they make Sonja a bit too naive. And here it's just bloody, gory, naked fun. I like this. I thought this was good. This is like popcorn entertainment. If I were to grade it from 1 to 10, I'd give it like a 6, which is good. For anyone who's like unfamiliar with my scores, 5 is average, 6 is good, 7 is great, 8 is awesome, 9 is near perfect, and 10 is perfect. So anything above a 5 is good. 5 is like an average series or an average issue, and then anything below that is kind of terrible. So a 6 is good. It's literally my good ranking. So this is a good series. I liked it. I thought it was entertaining. I am interested in seeing where it goes, and I'm definitely going to be checking out the next issue. There you go. There's Red Sonja, Death and the Devil, issue number 1 from Dynamite. It was a good issue, and we'll see how it goes from here. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.